Hello and welcome back. In the last class, we talked about how to open and create a project within LibreOffice Spreadsheet. And in this class, we are going to learn about the general overview of the spreadsheet platform. Okay, so like I've explained earlier, this is the looks when you open a spreadsheet. You can see it just like the way you do have in the Microsoft Word, in the Microsoft Excel. Okay, so you have these cells over here. You can see cells of different cells. You can see them. Now, one thing you should know is that the cells are defined by numbers and letters. Okay, letters and numbers. For example, this cell is defined by these column numbers. These are column definitions. Okay, this is column A, column B, column C, column D, column E, and these are rows: row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 10, for example. This is how they are being defined. So any cell can be an intersection of two rows and a row and a column. So for this one, this is cell E10. Okay, you can see it's cell E. This is column E and then row 10. This is cell E21. This is cell B15. And in each case, if you want to know the exact name of the cell you're on, you can also refer to this here. Okay, you can see this is D10 directly. You can see the definition. This is F9, and you can see the definition. This is G17, even without looking at the highlights from here. So you can have multiple cells selected and you have their definition. For example, like now I've selected these multiple cells, and you can see this is C8 through to E13. Okay, so this is the selection, something like C8 through to E13. These are the selection that I have already. Okay, so these areas are defined from C8 to E13. You can see it from C8 to E13. This is the definition. All right, so you can see whatever cell, you can select any cell that you want to select, and you can write anything in each cell. And once you write, you'll be able to see the writing or the content of that cell in this function cell. Okay, so you can see anywhere you touch, you write something, you'll be able to see it here. Or if you want to write on any cell, select it and you can come over here and you can just write whatever you want to write, and it's just going to function, or it's just going to appear directly on that. Now, this is the cell function, the definition and how it works. You can write anything from numbers to letters to anything. You can just go ahead, write anything as you so wish. Okay, so over here you have a bunch of controls. For example, you can switch between the different platforms. Like you can switch to text documents, to presentation, to drawing, like we've explained earlier. And then you can open an existing document in Microsoft Excel or in anywhere. You can open directly from here. You can save the document. You can print in PDF or export in PDF or print directly. And you have all these basic features that we've explained. You can copy, you can cut things, you can paste. You have all of the basic text editing features, like you can change the formatting, you can change the font style of different types. You can see them listed over here. You can bold, italize, underline, and change the color of the font color and font sizes. You can change the font color as well as the background color from here. You can change the background color. If you want to change it to anything of your choice, you can just go ahead and select. Okay, so you can see right now we've changed the background color. Now we have other things. You can undo, redo things. You have all of these alignment features. You can change in the rows, columns. You can do anything in the rows. You can insert rows, columns. You can insert columns directly from here, and you can do all sort of sortings from here. You can sort from A to Z, ascending to descending, and so on. And you can add, you have this different kind of wrapping options. You can wrap center vertically, align buttons, you can wrap text, and so on. And you have this insert image. You can insert images, you can insert charts of different types from anywhere. Okay, so we've explained this. We'll explain this in detail, how you can use them and what kind of charts you have and how can you insert them into your spreadsheet. Okay, and how can you use them and even adding data to them. Okay, so you have different kind of things. You can insert and edit pivot tables. We'll talk about that. And then we'll have you can insert different characters, just like the way you have in the Microsoft Excel. And then over here you can do a lot of hyperlinking, you can add comments and so on. Okay, so many basic things that you can use. You can change the looks of the borders. You can have all borders or left, right, top, bottom, center borders as you so wish. Okay, so you can define from here, and you can change the border thickness, the border style. You can have the border of different types. You have different a bunch of controls that you may have over here. Now you have the file. This is where you do quite a lot, from saving and exporting things, which we are going to cover as we move on. And then you have the edit features. You can copy, paste, select, and paste special, track changes, and so on. And you can change the view to enable things that you want, sidebars, styles. Depending on what you want to bring in, you can always bring in. This is grid and helper. You can disable display grid, snap to grid, and so on. You can enable quite a number of features and controls from here. You can add page breaks and so on. We are going to look at all this in detail. And then you can insert images, charts, sparkline, pivot tables, media, and so on. So much to insert, so much to deal with. The formatting, you can check in the formatting, conditional formatting, page styles, and so on. Styles, you can have different styles. Right now we are on the default, but you can go ahead and explore different styles. You have sheets. You can delete cells, you can insert rows, columns, like we've explained. You can have external, clear cells, rename sheets, and so on. And over here you have other things that you can bring as regards to data analysis and sorting, or auto-filling, creating pivot tables, and so on. We'll look at some of the basics ones that you need at the beginner level. Okay, so you have some other tools that you can deal with, and so on. So down here, another thing that I want to show you is the sheet. This is sheet 1. If you like, you can add another sheet with this plot sign, and you can move across the sheets directly as you click. Okay, you have a bunch of controls as regards the sheets. You can rename, you can right click, and you can insert a sheet. You can rename a sheet. You can delete a sheet if you want. You can rename this sheet and call it sheet 1 or Q1 or anything, and you can say okay to this. And if this is Q1, you can right click and you can duplicate the sheet. You can move or copy the sheet somewhere, select all sheets, protect sheets with password, and so on. You can even change the tab color if you want to change, and so much more. Sheet events, you can have quite a number of controls from here. You can hide a sheet, and so on. Okay, so these are very basic things. You can change language and other basic things. You can do the zoom in and out from here. So quite a lot to learn from here. But the properties also, you have the same properties access. Once you select on any, you can access all of these properties to the right, like we've explained during the other classes in LibreWriter and the presentation. Okay, and then down here you have the different styles, and you can have these different gallery of features that you can make use of. But the basic is this properties panel, which is what you need the most during any of your editings within LibreOffice. So basically this concludes this class about the general overview of the Libre spreadsheet platform. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.